Hello trainers, welcome to week 3 of the Pokemon LET Draft League. This week we find ourselves against the Ottowa Escavaliers and their coach, Wa, aka Abyssaray, with some crazy Pokemon like Roaring Moon and Iron Moth that can both abuse booster energy at will, a Terra Zapdos Galar, and a Vikavolt to set up webs. There is a pretty crazy team that we gotta face here this week. However, I believe I've concocted a team that can help us bring a victory to this week. Without further ado, let me introduce you to the roster. First on the lineup, we've got our Mew, and Mew this week is rocking the EV spread of 4 HP, max special attack, and max speed, with the timid nature, the moves Stealth Rock, Endure, Flamethrower, and Shadow Ball with the Focus Sash as its item. With this set, I want to have this try and be our designated lead. With our Focus Sash, we should be able to guarantee set up a turn of Stealth Rocks and survive any hit that our opponents might go for, so if we're facing off against like a Choice Specs Vikavolt, we'll be able to survive that Bug Buzz. Psychic is there for some coverage against their Zapdos and their Pecharunt. Flamethrower is there in order to get some super effective damage onto their Vikavolt, Orthworm, or even their Excadrill. And Shadow Ball is there in order to get some damage onto their Deoxyspeed or even their Pecharunt again. Otherwise, we hit pretty much everything else besides Roaring Moon at neutral damage. But like I said, this set is mostly just a sack lead where we can set up our rocks and get our opponents to have to deal with that. Speaking of getting our opponents to have to deal with rocks, Go is up next. Go this week is rocking the EV spread of 236 HP, 168 defense, with 104 special defense, and the bold nature, the moves Focus Blast, Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, and Nasty Plot with the Air Balloon as its item. With this set here, we'll be able to basically shut down their Excadrill as they won't be able to Rapid Spin into us due to our Ghost type, and the Air Balloon will make us immune to their Ground type moves. So the only moves that they would really be able to hit us with are going to be Iron Head or Rock Slide, and both of those, thanks to Go's Steel type, are going to be resisted. Our main moves of Make It Rain and Shadow Ball are mostly just there for some nice overall chip damage. Sometimes Shadow Ball might hit stuff super effectively, like a Ditto that's transformed into Go or a Pecharunt, but otherwise Make It Rain is there in case they have any Terra Fairy Terrastallizations. Nasty Plot is there in order to be able to try and find a setup opportunity against something that might be choice locked or even just like something like their Orthworm. As I mentioned earlier too, Go is going to be most likely our Excadrill switch-in, as their Ghost type allows us to ignore the effects of Rapid Spin and allows us to keep our rocks up for longer. After Go, we've got our Muck here, and this week Muck is rocking the EV spread of max HP, 4 attack, and max special defense with the sassy nature, the moves Knock Off, Poison Jab, Drain Punch, and Curse, with the ability Poison Touch and the item being Black Sludge. This set is very similar to what we brought last week and kind of has the same purpose of just knocking off items and trying to spend poison if we can. The main Pokemon that we're going to want to bring this in on are going to be the Pecharunt or the Deoxyspeed, maybe even the Primarina if it's not Choice Specs. And if we find ourselves against that Pecharunt, we are good to just go ahead and start setting up some curses and allowing ourselves to be more physically defensive, while allowing us to also hit harder with our knockoffs and Poison Jab. I decided to have Drain Punch on the team as well, as the majority of the Pokemon that are going to switch into a Muck here are going to be something like their Excadrill or their Roaring Moon, and Drain Punch is something that's going to really hinder those Pokemon, as if we do already have a few curses up, we can guarantee survive a hit, and then we'll be able to Drain Punch them to get our HP back, and with the Black Sludge adding a little bit more health to that, we'll be able to be a little bit more bulky and annoying to my opponent than normal, I guess. After Muck, we've got our Rotom here, and Rotom is rocking the EV spread of 4 HP, max defense, max special defense with the bold nature, the moves Discharge, Will-O-Wisp, Light Screen, and Volt Switch, with the Covert Cloak as its item, and its Terra type being Electric. With Levitate and our Terra Electric, we'll be able to not have any weakness, which is really nice, I guess besides anything that might be like Terra Stellar, but I don't think that's coming. And with our Covert Cloak, we'll be able to ignore the secondary effects of moves, such as the Pecharunt's Malignant Chain, we'll be able to ignore Thunderous Kicks, Defense Drops, or even flinches from Excadrill's Rock Slides. Will-O-Wisp is there in order to hinder their physical attackers, because most likely we're going to be using this to switch into their Zapdos or their Excadrill, and then burning anything besides Iron Moth, if that's not terastallized, is going to be a nice thing to do. Light Screen is there in order to allow us to survive some more special attacks, like against their Primarina or their Vikavolt, and especially against their Iron Moth, who can easily set up some fiery dances against my team. And then Discharge and Volt Switch are there for both the reasons of giving me momentum and speed control potential, while also allowing us to hit stuff like the Zapdos and the Primarina super effectively. Next, after Rotom, we've got our Zarude here, and Zarude is rocking the EV spread of 84 HP, 208 special defense, and 216 speed, with the Jolly Nature, the moves Trailblaze, Knockoff, Drain Punch, and Terra Blast, with the Leaf Guard as its ability, the Leftovers as its item, and the Terra Poison. Terra Poison looks really nice into my team, as if we Terrestrialize, we will not be able to be poisoned by Malignant Chain. Their Iron Moth's poison types moves will not be very effective anymore. Primarina normally wouldn't want to take our grass type moves anyway, however if we turn into a poison type, then we'll be able to survive its fairy type moves in case they go for a Choice Scarf variant of Primarina. Trailblaze allows us to do some low damage but gain some speed against our Pokemon, as after one Trailblaze, unless something is Choice Scarfed, I believe that we outspeed the entire team. Knockoff is always there to remove items, just get rid of stuff like heavy duty boots or just annoying items like specs or bands or whatever. Drain Punch is there for the same reason as Muck. My opponent has a decent amount of steel types, and keeping this thing healthy as possible would be really nice alongside those leftovers. And last but not least, Terra Blast on this set allows us to hit some things for some either neutral or super effective damage. I'm expecting like a Terra Fairy or a Terra Grass from the Iron Moth and a Terra Ground from the Zapdos. So our moveset will allow us to cover all those bases, as we'll have something super effective for each one of those Pokemon. Last but not least, here we have our Quackquival, and Quackquival is rocking the EV spread of 88 HP, max attack, and a 168 speed, with the Adamant nature, the moves Aqua Step, Rapid Spin, Close Combat, and Flip Turn, with the ability Moxie, and its item being Choice Scarf. This set will allow us to easily outspeed stuff that normally we wouldn't be able to with Quackquival before setting up an Aqua Step. If we find ourselves against an Iron Moth who has not Terrestrialized yet, an Aqua Step is going to do some crazy damage to it, and if there is a Roaring Moon who does not have a Dragon Dance up either, we can go ahead and close combat that as well. Just try to catch something off guard and do some nice damage off the bat and really hit hard. If we send this in early, then we can always go ahead and use stuff like Flip Turn in order to switch out of the potential Primarina or Pecharunt switch in, as we really do want to just save this for the end game. And then Rapid Spin is there obviously in order to, get rid of hazards that they might bring, such as Sticky Web or rocks, or even spikes. I forgot Deoxys gets spikes for a second, but yeah, just get rid of hazards. But mainly the set for this week is just used to try and get rid of their bigger threats, and it's really just going to be a game about positioning, and if I can get that positioning correct. And that's going to be the team for this week. Let me know what you guys think of it down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the battle. Perfect, and we found them here. Okay, now, let's see what they have brought. Okay, so pretty much not everything I thought was going to come, but I'm not 100% surprised. So that's nice. I have plans for this stuff. Ooh, okay, so it turns out there's Stellar Moth and Flying Zapdos. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I still think our plan is pretty decent to lead off with Mew. We can go ahead and get our, what are they called? Stealth Rocks? Yes, not spikes, I have Stealth Rocks. We'll be able to get our Stealth Rocks up and go from there, I guess. I don't think they would lead with Roaring Moon, but if they do, that'd be interesting. It would be interesting, but let's see what they lead with. Let's see what they lead with. I'm glad to see no Ditto. Ditto was not 100% something I was prepped for. Also, no Webs is interesting. To be fair, they do outspeed a lot of my team. Also, I just realized no Deoxys. Okay. They do just lead Moon. Okay. Sure, let's go with it. Interesting. So what is this going to be? Like a band or a Choice Scarf? They could very well just try to Dragon Dance right now. I wouldn't be able to outspeed anything. Mew is not in the best place to do much from there. I don't think Zarude would be able to live something after the fact. I'm gonna go ahead and get Stealth Rocks up. If they want to U-turn, if they want to go for a knockoff, that's fine. I don't think that's banded. Let's check though. For Mew, I doubt it. If only I could spell. Yeah, okay, so the Roaring Moon Choice Band set. Yeah, so that would have done over like 70% of my health. So I don't think it's a choice band. It's got to be something else. But it looks like they're trying to figure out who to bring. If they go out into Zapdos, we should speed tie that. And I don't mind just trying to go for a Psychic. They do just Pecharunt. Okay. So we go ahead and get our rocks up. Now, I might just go Muck here. Muck is very good into Pecharunt. If they Parting Shot, well, you'll go from there. But, yeah, Muck is 100% my answer to Pecharunt here. Okay. Parting? No, they switched out too. Okay, so they baited me. Good double though. Into Drill. Okay, so they're either going to go for an Earthquake or a Rapid Spin. If they go for Rocks as well, that's fine. If they do a triple here, that's going to be wild. That would be wild. Let's see. What is Excadrill doing to our Golden Go? Let's say your Sword Stance set. Iron Head ain't doing much. They do just try to Rapid Spin, but we're fine with that. They don't have, a Focus Blast could possibly KO it. We also have a strong possibility of missing. Shadow Ball wouldn't be a bad play. We'd do about half of its HP. Max roll, though. I don't think Shadow Ball or Focus Blast is the worst thing. They do just Rock Slide, so no more Air Balloon, unfortunately. Can we go ahead and... We do land it, so let's see if we'll be able to take it out. Please? We don't. Okay. Can we take an Earthquake? Now that our Air Balloon is popped. 85% max. And they're not banded, we know that. And how much HP am I at? 336? We would be able to take an Earthquake, so I think it would be fine to just go ahead and Shadow Ball here, get rid of their Rapid Spinner, and we keep the rocks on their side. Perfect, so now they have to deal with rocks. So no more sashes. Perfect. Now this could be either, I doubt Iron Moth comes out just yet. So I think it's going to be Roaring Moon. Yeah. And do I need you for anything? I think... Let's go and go doing a Roaring Moon if it tries to Dragon Dance. If I Focus Blast, it'll do about like 70, but if I go for Make It Rain, it can do about half of its HP. I think I'd rather go for that Make It Rain, and if it does try to Dragon Dance, just whittle it down a lot. Okay, they do just Knock Off. That's not bad. Okay. So then now we can just go ahead and go into... What's her face? Quaquaval here. And we can use Close Combat. Because then if they go back into Pecharunt, then we still just go back into... What's their face? Actually, I think I might want to go ahead and Flip Turn here. Because if Pecharunt comes back in, then they can just go back into... Yeah, I think I might want to go ahead and Flip Turn. Yeah, good call, good call. on my end. I'm proud of that. Cool. So now we can go ahead and get Muck back in. And Muck is taking what from? An Earthquake. We have time, so let's do the calc. Roaring Moon's Earthquake. It's gonna do a lot, but if I'm +1 defense... Ooh, that still does a lot. But we still go Muck. And then I don't want to, I don't think I'd want to, what's the word? Why am I blanking? I don't think I want to knock off in case it has acrobatics. It might be weird. I'm going to go for a Drain Punch. This might be a really weird play. Drain Punch is at -1, doing about 29-30% of its HP. And then they gotta go Roaring Moon, right? And then maybe too, we can get our poison from, they go Zapdos. Okay. So then we're just going to go ahead and go into our Rotom here. But they take that like a champ. And the good news is too, Rotom will be able to, what's the word? Not have to get defense drops from, what is their face? From Thunderous Kick. That's the move's name. They go for a Brave Bird. We should be able to eat this. Is that Choice Band? Hold on. Let's say you're Banded. So Brave Bird. Oops, that's regular Zapdos. Hold on. Buttons work for me. Buttons. I think regardless, I'm just gonna go ahead and I think that's Banded. I think I'm gonna go ahead and Volt Switch here. Or should I Willow? Let's Volt Switch, because they probably go into Iron Moth. Oh, I forgot about its Terra. Is Terra Brave Bird going to kill me? We're about to find out right here, right now. And the jury is... Or the jury, what is the jury? Oh, we live on 1! Let's go! Alright! Volt Switch Rotom. And we don't take it out. However, I'm fine to go ahead and... Not Mew. Yeah, I want to go into you and go ahead for the flip turn. Yeah. A guaranteed way of taking this thing out. Or would a Aqua Step be better? No, I want to go for the flip turn. Or I can bait, let's see here, actually. No, because I could definitely win this with Zarude. Do I flip turn here at all? Or should I Aqua Step? I'm gonna go for flip turn. Which is at least gets me the KO. Can outspeed. The crit mattered, by the way. Definitely guaranteed crit mattered. And then I can go ahead and get back into Rotom or Mew. And then I can force I can force Raging Bolt. No, Roaring Moon. I can force a Roaring Moon with Mew. Actually, no, this allows What is it called? Iron Moth to really go crazy at this point. I'm gonna go Mew, and we'll see what they do from there. That is a wild 1 HP live. I don't know if that's actually going to benefit us or not. Yeah, so out comes Roaring Moon. They could just start Dragon Dancing. I don't have the moves on Mew to be able to deal with this. I could go for a burn. Maybe we'll aim for a burn. They just go for knockoff. Okay, that's fine. And then we can go back into Elizabeth here, and this time we'll go for a close combat. Because they're either oh, they do have a few good options to switch in. But they know this is Scarf and they don't want this thing to go down. Maybe I go for the Aqua Step here if they're predicting actually, I do kind of want this thing dead. If they go Primarina, what's my switch? If they go Primarina, I switch into Zarude. If they go Petrant, I can obviously always switch into, yeah, Muck. But it is gonna, unfortunately, probably go for the Parting Shot, knowing that I have to... Or it could recover. It might recover here. I'm hoping for a recover. Our Quacklevel definitely is going to be what helps us win the game. Yeah, they just Parting Shot. Okay. So, going back to Muck with Roaring Moon. Earthquake has a 50% chance to KO me. With no defense buff. And Drain Punch is only doing 34%. And I need my... Alright, we gotta sack, we gotta sack Rotom here. And then what am I gonna do here from that? Would it be worth to go Zarude? What is you doing to Zarude? Okay, so they do actually switch out. Oh yeah, Zarude would be fine. Acrobatics actually goes crazy, but I could always Terra. But if they Acrobatics... that's gonna be a 50-50 if they have Acrobatics. Huh. We'll see what they switch into. I feel like at this point it's either gotta be their Iron Moth or their Zarude. Or, their Zarude, I have Zarude. Their Primarina. Okay, so here we just bring out Zarude, and we go for a Trailblaze. So out comes Zarude. And then the Trailblaze. I should have Terra'd. I might have made a really dumb mistake right there. I might have made a very dumb mistake right here. We're gonna find out if Moonblast kills me. Because if their choice gets... Okay, Psychic North, so that's fine. I think they're the bulky variant. So they also don't know... Yeah, they're definitely bulky. They also don't know that I am currently leftovers because of the Psychic Noise. I could go ahead and Terrestrialize into the Poison type and go for the Terra Blast here at this point. And that would KO it, right? It wouldn't KO it, but we get a lot of damage on it. And anything else that is going to be coming out. So they do just stay in. Let's see what happens from here. So if they go for a Moonblast, it'd be fine, or like a Draining Kiss or something. Good to see that they can't really do a substitute here. Can we get a crit? No crit. Okay. And we keep that thing low. And I think we should reveal leftovers here now? No. Oh, actually, they know we're leftovers because of the message right there. At least if they're paying attention. And I think Abyss is paying attention. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go for another Trailblaze, because that should KO. I just realized I don't even have the health bar thing on. Oh my gosh, silly me. Anyway, that's probably not going to matter at this point. Let's find out. So, Trailblaze is doing 30%. That is 25. Yeah, that'll be able to KO. So we're going to go for another Trailblaze in case they're booster speed on anything. What is it called? On Moth? Now, I do have a strong feeling that Pecharunt comes out, so I'm going to double check the calc for knockoff right here. Knockoff would do half of its HP. Out comes Iron Moth, okay. So, to Iron Moth. It is booster speed, okay. So, with +2 speed, I should outspeed this thing. Knockoff is not doing too much. Terra Blast ain't doing too much either. But Knockoff is our best move against this. And then where do we go after that? Into Muck, right? Because I don't know if they want to, I mean, we should be able... Yeah, we'll live a Fiery Dance. Yeah. We'll live a Fiery Dance. We're fine. Nice crit. And then... I don't want to reveal Drain Punch just yet. Because what did they got left? Yeah, they got Pecharunt and Roaring Moon left. So we're just going to knock off again. Iron Moth is down. We knock off if it's Pecharunt. We Drain Punch if it's Roaring Moon. And just to double check, is Roaring Moon going to take more damage from Drain Punch than Terra Blast? Yes. Okay. I'm glad I called that booster speed as well. Perfect. Out comes Roaring Moon, and Drain Punch might actually just kill here if we get a high enough roll. So let's find out. If they go into Pecharunt, then that's fine, but they don't, and we do get a high enough roll. Zarude is putting in work this game. Let's go. And then I'm pretty sure we won this at this point, because I don't think there's any way that they can beat Muck. Yeah, there shouldn't be any way that they beat Muck. Let's see here. I just want to double check what we have, just in case there's any reason or why. Actually, Knockoff should be able to KO this thing at this point. Yeah. So Muck would be able to KO, and if not, we'd always have Quacklevolt in the back, so. Oh! Nice berry. Nice berry. So you might just Parting Shot or whatever, but... Okay, so at this point we just switch into Muck. Because I want to save differential as much as possible. And you're going to do less damage to Muck. So they could start getting some Shadow Ball drops, which is realistically their only way of, like, winning. But I think we should just be fine to just knock off here. I don't think they really would care to try and lower my stats at all with Parting Shot. Okay, they do try. We do have Curse, though. We can try to even that out. Or we can just simply switch back and forth. Okay, we're just gonna Curse here. Don't drop? Cool. So now we play a game of stall. Who can stall for longer? I mean, if they do get significant amounts of Spadef drop, they very likely could go ahead and just start, you know, messing me up. How much PP does Parting Shot have? Because I think they've used it 3 times at this point. I do not know. Let's do some looking at that. PP for Parting Shot. Is Bulbapedia gonna tell me? 32. Oh, geez, that's a lot. And then we have 16 on Curse. So they would be able to just kind of keep stopping us. We're gonna go ahead and just knock off at this point. Should I... Wait, hold on. This is totally going to be a stall match. They only have 8 turns of... What's it called? Of Recover. So... They used it once. They might use it again soon. Yeah, this is just gonna be a stall match. Sorry, guys. They do just recover, okay. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and switch into you and then flip turn back out. That's actually not going to matter at all. We're giving it a little bit of flair to the video. And flip turn. Well, at least that this way we won't be -2. Let's see, is Zarude going to be doing more damage? Where's Zarude? To Petra Runt at this point. 50-ish HP versus Mux. 30-ish. Yeah, Zarude's gonna be doing more. So we'll send in Zarude, take a few, and then go for the knockoff. And if they Parting Shot us, then we just go back into Muck and we'll keep switching out. We can play this game of longevity. Unfortunate special defense drop, but I don't think that matters all too much. Do want to try and save differential as much as possible, though. And then, yeah, we should be able to KO from here. Perfect. Because they did just Shadow Ball, they didn't recover, and it's very low. Yeah, this is... Zarude gets another kill. Nice. And we did it, guys. We won our first battle of Season 3. Thank you, Abyss, for the amazing match. I hope you had just as well as a match as I did. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all in the next episode. Peace.